First of all, I just want to reiterate all the calls for the boycott, divestment and sanction movement. I think this is all our duty here, this is what we can do and what we need to do. But most importantly, the concept of neutrality was defended and was upheld and was established in this country by people who lived under occupation, under oppression, and is now being upheld by people who remember what oppression looks like and do not want to see it happen to other people around the world. When the calls for expelling the Israeli ambassador were raised in the Dáil, Leo Varadkar said that it's important to keep it because we have citizens on either country that need the communication. Well, there's Irish Palestinians in Gaza that are pregnant, that are seeing their relatives, people here seeing their relatives there die, and yet these diplomatic ties are not able to stop this genocide. So the answer to that is for the diplomatic tie to be cut, but most importantly, for the agent of apartheid and occupation to be completely and immediately expelled from this country. The concept of neutrality is not sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. It is to be an advocate against oppression, against occupation, regardless who's doing it. Be it allies, be it a president that claims to be Irish. No Irish person stands for oppression and occupation. We need, with neutrality, this country and many countries around the world have a credible voice to be an authority against these acts wherever they happen and whoever the person and the entity and the establishment and the country that is supporting them, that is committing them. Everything that we're seeing on media stages in support of this apartheid state that has been imposing the system of apartheid and occupation for 75 years is nothing but furthering agendas. The Zionist agenda is so powerful that people can look at a genocide, and the first response of the Irish government was to try and justify it. How absurd is that? The Zionist agenda is tying people that work behind these walls to furthering its goals on the cost of the lives of Palestinians for decades. And it's not the first time this government is not able to represent the people. It's not. And it may be time that they have to leave and let the people who can defend the values of this nation take their place and do that if they can't do a good job at it. One final point. Two final points I want to make. When we preach neutrality, it's not only governments that first of all are complicit in it, but have a duty to uphold it. It is universities that have ties with institutions that are there, again, to further the Zionist agenda, to make sure that the Zionist state, the apartheid state exists. And we as students well recognize that. This is all now exposed. The millions of money they provide the arms industry with, the mandatory exchanges that they send our students to go to universities built on settlement lands. And this is far from being neutral. This is far from standing against these acts. The other point is the right to self-defense. And whenever I get a platform, I want to debunk this absolute myth. An occupier has no right to defend itself. No matter if Michal Martin believes that, or the crooks that claim democracy to lead this country also believe it. An occupier is an offender, a perpetrator of a crime, a war crime. And that cannot qualify as self-defense. Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Free Palestine!
blessing with. We will see you at the next protest. Bring 10 times more people with you, and we're going to be outside the door to force this government to push it to expel this ambassador as our contribution to the liberation of Palestine. Be there with your tens of thousands. Allah, welcome Allah. Before I start, I know my voice is bad, okay? This is Mawal in Palestine. مريت على فلسطين والقلب مش داري شو عملت كلاب العدو بداري وولادي يابا ونيت وقلت يا دمع داري خانونا اخوتنا العرب وغلقوا علينا الابواب يا يما يا يما يما يا يما يا يما 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 اخ يا يما قالوا اجا العيد قلت العيد لاصحابه شو بينفع العيد للي مفارق احبابه يما يما يا يما العيد يا يما العيد يا يما لما بلادنا بتعود وارجع عأرض الوطن وابوس ترابه يما اخ يا يما Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!